Shabbat Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpaka. And this is your host, Brian Anthony. Binyah with Beyond Babbitt reporting for duty. Your host, Brian Anthony. Binyah with Beyond Babbitt reporting for duty. Reporting to you live from behind enemy lines. Reporting to you live from the United States of Israel. Shabbat Shalom, family. Welcome to another show. I want to talk to y'all today about the slave Bible. The slave Bible. I really want to, this is an interesting subject because we may still be using the slave Bible today. Some of us or some of you, maybe. So I tried to do my research, my due diligence on the slave Bible. And it's actually not called the slave Bible. It's called something like parts of the Hebrew Bible for the Negroes, something like that. I haven't been able to find a table of contents for the slave Bible anywhere. I've been able to ascertain that they claim it contained 14 books. 14 books, but this is what throws me off. They said, well, they contain over 80% of the Old Testament was taken away, and about 50% of the New Testament was taken away. And that's a red flag. If you take away 50% of the New Testament, you're already at 14 books. So, yeah. And I understand that there was little to no Old Testament. And then they had, I found one online that I was reading, the Genesis. They added, they added some things and took away some things, and it just didn't read. It sounded like foolishness. And it reminded me, how the Catholic Church used to just give out nothing but the New Testament. A little more than what the slave Bible was, but how do you? It's just like you go into elementary school kids and just giving them a calculus book and say, here, there you go. How would they make heads or tails of that? How would they know where the start, the beginning, the ending, what any of it means? They have no foundation, in other words. Good luck with that. And so the slave Bible, they claimed that it had 14 books in it, guys. 14. But there's no table of contents anywhere. They have a few of the books allegedly, supposedly, for sale online. But I just wasn't able to get the table of contents. So the King James Bible was put out in 1611, and it had about 80 to 81 books in it. The Slave Bible was put out in 1807. 1807. Okay, so at some point, the King James Bible shedded 14, 15 books, something like that. Because it's now down to 66 books. So sometime between 1611 and I don't know. I haven't been able to, I haven't really done the research, but I don't know when it became 66 books. You think it was in the 1800s, maybe 1807? But I know the slave Bible and the Christian Bible were different because they said the slave Bible took out passages like John 3:16. And there's no way you can have one of these 66 books without that verse, because that's their main, one of their main go-to verses. So yeah, the Slave Bible, 1807, guys, is when it came out. So in 1611, we had 81 books. 1807, they gave us a Slave Bible. And we got 66 books now. When do we get 66 books again? It's just a lot of things you can't answer. A lot of questions you can't answer with the 66 books. I mean, we know and we know they had more than that in 1611. So your greats would have been more knowledgeable than you are now if you're only using 66. Right? If they had 80 to 81 books and they were diligently seeking him in the word, in the scripture, and you only have 66, I mean, you only know half of what they know. Maybe the Slave Bible had more than 14 books. Maybe the Slave Bible had 66 books. But now they couldn't come out and tell you that now, can they? So I think it's interesting, guys. Almost 200 years after King James put out the authorized version, the King James Version, with 80 to 81 books, almost 200 years after that, they published a book for the Negroes from that book, 1807. And it's the Slave Bible. They removed the story of, it showed how Joseph was in slavery, but it didn't show how Moses led them out of slavery. It removed anything that could have incited or given you strength or the understanding that you can go free. You know, that all the promises, kind of like all the books I'm buying now or purchased now or come across now that they've taken out. How all those books have so many promises, and that's why they took them out. Same thing they did with the Slave Bible. Maybe the 66 books is the Slave Bible. I mean, I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I know in 1611 there were 80 to 81 books. By 1807, when they published the Slave Bible, there were 14 books. That's what they say. They claim 14. Where's the table of contents on that? I like to see which 14 you left in. They don't say that. They just say, oh, we took so much out. They don't tell you which ones they left in. They just tell you what they took out. Not everything, they tell you what they took out. You know why? Because you got to purchase it separately. So, just like in we all went through the school system, the public school system, or you can call it public school system, or whether we were private school, charter school, whatever, homeschool, you didn't use the same books every year for 12 years, from kindergarten through 12th grade, And if you went to college, you had big books you had to go through. You had to really, and you were tested on stuff in them. But you get so lax. You get so comfortable when it comes to dealing with the Most High. My Bible says the things that Yahshua did, it said all the books in the world couldn't contain it. If we wrote it down, they couldn't contain it. But you think it's all in 66. All in 66 books. But it say everything he did. And that's not speaking since the time of Adam and Enoch and Noah. No, this is just talking about Yahshua. It said all the things that he did. All the books in the world couldn't contain it. But you think everything is contained within 66 books. It's a lot of people in that book. Do you think it? Shoot, some people had more to contribute. And they wrote things down. They witnessed things. They had a relationship with the Father too. Think about it. And they went through similar things that we're going through now. And they can give you more insight because there's nothing new under the sun. But a lot of y'all keep going through the same old breakdowns. Same old, same old, same old. Ever learning and never coming into the knowledge. That's what the book says. But everybody want to teach and want everybody else to teach. And yeah, but you got to learn. To be a teacher, you want to know more than the students. Okay, so you may have to venture out. You may have to venture out. And even the students, to fulfill the prophecy, it says in these days, in these last days, it says, people will go to and fro and knowledge will be increased. Even the book speaks about there being more books released in the end. Even the book has prophecies about seal up this book, seal up this prophecy till the time of the end. Yeah, but you can't, you ain't getting no new understanding. You're not getting the new books. You're not getting the, maybe you're not in the same time as everybody else. Maybe you're not trying hard enough. Maybe you're not seeking hard enough. Yeah, you want to look at the words behind the words. Search the Greek and the Hebrew and the Aramaic. And every other language you can. You want to really search. And if there's more text out there that was hidden to keep you a slave, then maybe you should search that out too. Maybe you should authenticate it. Master not going to do it. Why would they hide it and then tell you, oh yeah, we hid it from you? No, they hide it and you're supposed to sniff it out. You're supposed to find it. Quench not the spirit. Anyway, guys, I'm just here to encourage you. The books are out there now, readily available. What's your excuse? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? You say, oh, yeah, well, I already know Jesus. Okay, you know Yahshua. Okay, great. So you know everything then. You don't need nothing else. I understand. You got to go back and read the definition what it says. All scripture is profitable for. You need to be instructed, especially in these times. Scripture talks about these times we're entering in. There's never been a time like this ever before, nor will it ever be again. Yeah, and you need the prophets of old to instruct you. You need the Ruach HaKodesh to instruct you. The Most High is not going to come down and write all this over again for you. He's not going to take you up to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th heaven and teach you all this again. He's already done that. It's here now. You can read it. You can read about it. I just want to encourage you guys. Let's go further in, deeper down. We got to get the understanding back. We got to get our power back. We got to know. We have to know so we can implement. Why do you think they hid certain things from us when they gave us the slave Bible? Because they knew if we understood it, then we could duplicate it. And then we still may, till proven otherwise, the 66 books may be the slave Bible. Enough just to tease you. Enough just to be dangerous. So you can fill in the blanks with I think, I feel, I believe, maybe, or we don't know. This is your host, Brian Anthony. Benya with Beyond Babbitt, saying Shabbat Shalom, family. I love y'all. Peace and blessing till the next time. Over and out.